Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're here in Thunder Bay, Ontario, where we have a big-time brawl in the main event as Zeke squares off against Matt, followed by Kasumi making an announcement at the end of the night as we continue to prepare for our King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. Meanwhile, the Phantom Thieves look to continue to make a strong push for their next chance at the belts as they take on the Vision Warriors. Pandoria has an opportunity to upset our Women's Cruiserweight Champion to start off the night, and A2 and Morag share the ring in what is sure to be a big-time match. So get ready for what is lining up to be a night of chaos, because this is Wingcrest. And here we go, introducing first. It is none other than Pandoria.
It's scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from your darkest fears. Pamela!
And Pandy, not exactly a force to be reckoned with in the in this division, but she can always turn it on. And her opponent. Kind of, sort of, but not really, representing Torna. She is your Women's Cruiserweight Champion for a lot longer than I was expecting, considering that she hasn't had a title defense in quite a while. It is Lora.
The Grand Prix Women's Cruiserweight Champion, Lord!
And looking at the schedule, she is not set to defend the belt until Summer SmackDown, until July. And here we go, refereeing's bell. They meet in the middle with Pandoria immediately looking for the open palm slap, but Lora turning that around with a reversal, now a head scissor Hurricane Rana. Rolling Pandy onto her back, onto her stomach, onto her back, and a stomp to the thigh. Of course, that schedule that I was talking about earlier is subject to change. So we may have a title defense as early as next week if we just do a little bit of tweaking. And now locking up collar and elbow, but Lora immediately walking Pandy back to the southwest corner. Referee having to break them up. Both women playing kind. And now locking up yet again. Wrist lock from Lora. And again, just working on the arm. Now into the hammerlock is Lora not letting Pandy go anywhere. And now, just sweeping the legs. Irish whip continuing to just dominate the blade. Pandy to the outside. Lora lining up, looking for the spear, but not lining up properly. Double leg drop kick off the apron works. And I completely forgot that this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. And now going for the cover 1. And now Lora sending Pandoria for a run before heading up top. I thought she was retreating to the ring because she also forgot it was Falls Count Anywhere, even though she just went for a fall. Never mind. Pandoria the reversal. Dude, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. My brain is functioning on like just pure spite at the moment. Lora stomping down on Pandy. Leg drop. And small package driver neck breaker. And Lora looking for the quick finish here. Armbar. Locking in, but releasing the hold. Pandoria rolling Lora away from her, elbow to the spine. Locking up, sending Lora into the barricade. Pandoria heading into the ring, looking for the senton, but Lora on the apron into an elbow drop. And now Lora into the ring. She looking for a suicide? Yes, she is, but well, completely whiffing. Into the barricade. Going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Pandoria kicks out. And Lora from behind, looking for the suplex, but Pandoria slipping out. Backpack backpack pin. Not even a 1 count, but there's Lora with the super kick. Stomp to the ankle. Kick to the stomach. Forcing the challenger, or not the challenger, but forcing Pandy back up to her feet. Back into the ring. And now Lora's middle rope moonsault into the cover. There's 1, 2. Pandoria still with the kick out. Another armbar locked in. Will Pandoria tap out this time? No. Lora again releasing the hold. Now work on the leg. Now just deadlift, 180 slam, 1, 2, 3. Pandoria putting up one decent effort, but in the end, not, you know, I wouldn't say not meant to be, but Lora was just the better wrestler.
Here is your winner,
Lora still proving why she is the champion. But for how much longer? And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, like I said, still making a push for the tag team belts. Already shown that they have what it takes to win. They just need the opportunity.
301 pounds, the Phantom Joker and Ray Yuji Sakamoto, the Port Foundation.
It is Joker and Skull, Ren Amamiya and Ryuji Sakamoto, the Phantom Thieves of Heart. And their opponents, for like the 8th time in 2 weeks, I swear. Yeah. A little hyperbolic, but only a little bit. It is Rhine time and Shulk time. It is time for the Vision Warriors.
Combined weight of 397 pounds, Ryan and Shoot the Blade Runners.
And here we go. Joker, Ryan, first in the ring, and ref rings the bell. Joker immediately ducking underneath the clothesline. Bicycle kick into the stomp. And just work on the thigh. And a belly-to-belly slam. Stomp to the wrist. Stomp to the upper arm. The tricep. And an arm breaker. Snap. Elbow from Joker. And a kick right to the spine. Elbow drop again. Going for the quick cover. And now a knee to the back of the head. Joker rolling Ryan around. Work on the neck. Stomping down. And Ryan, nothing more than a ragdoll here for Joker. As he hits a spinning arm breaker, now scrambling up top. Ryuji giving room. Joker crossbody splash. And a moonsault. Work on the ankle. And now Ryan back up to his feet, finally on the offense. With that double leg drop kick, stomp to the back of the thigh. And a belly to back slam. Ryan now heading up top. Still do not have a takeout this match. Flying crossbody, bouncing off the mat, but still hitting. And looking for the Irish whip, but Joker with the reversal. And a running clothesline into a back elbow. And just throwing Ryan down. Shulk looking for the tag. Ryan sneaking through, Shulk into the ring for the first time this match. Looking for the kick, but Joker turned it around, but Shulk saying, how about I do anyway? Stump leg puller. And Joker with a jawbreaker. Neck breaker. And up over the shoulders, forcing the neck down. And now Ryuji in the ring. Shulk looking for the for the roundhouse kick, missed once, hit the second time. And Shulk with an Irish whip on the reversal, but Ryuji stepping out of the way of the kick. Right hands turning Shulk around, belly to back suplex. Ryuji the ground and pound stomp to the chest. Shulk managing to tag out Ryan in, rolling Ryuji up, going for the cover, only getting the one. Now Ryan walking Ryuji to the eastern ropes. Reversal, but Ryan staying on the apron, but not for long. And Ryan just knocking to the ring. Joker staring him down. Finally, Ryan steps in. And Ryan with a belly-to-back suplex. Or a belly-to-back slam, rather. Or, well, just a slam. Frog splash, but Joker gets out of the way and now taking advantage of that blunder. One. Ryan kicks out. Joker takes out Ryuji in. And Ryuji. Shades of LA Knight with that elbow drop. And the cover, bringing in Shulk. And now Ryuji forcing Ryan over the shoulders. Good night. Looking for the cover. 1, 2. Ryan kicking out. Ryuji forcing Ryan up. Head down. And now scrambling up top. Getting Ryan up to his feet. Diving axe handle drop. Looking for the stomp, but Ryan gets all the way. Single leg drop kick. Ryuji the reversal. Jumping clothesline. And tagging in Joker. Looking to see if the leader of the Phantom Thieves can put anything together. Irish whip. Kick right to the chest. And now Joker middle rope. Does he have the distance? Getting Ryan up to his feet helps. But Ryan stepping out of the way of that crossbody. Going for the cover off of that miss. Only going to be one though. Ryan just hitting Joker right underneath the ribs. Up over the body. The dead press. Right? Something like that. Anyway, Ryan up top. Crossbody. And taking out Shulkin. Irish whip into the corner. Work on the arm. And now Shulk stomping Joker down. Foot right to the throat. Joker takes out Ryujin, but Shulk calibrating quickly, but not quick enough. Ryuji back on the offense. Stomping down on the hand, on the arm, on the wrist. And now Ryuji tagging in Joker for an all-out attack. Arm breaker. And now Joker. Jumping DDT. Another quick tag out. Just work on the leg. Ryuji. Reversed by Shulk. And now Shulk, the Monado. No. I was going to say Monado Smash, but no. Here's the Monado. Nope. That's the Monado Buster. Anyway, the cover. 1, 2. Ryuji kicks out. And Shulk, is this the Monado Smash? Kind of. But not going for the pin. Tagging in Ryan. Giving Ryuji plenty of time to recover. But Ryan with the modified wild down. Going for the cover. Getting Joker in the ring. Ryan, is this really necessary? Ryuji elbowing out or punching his way out. Double team attack here. Now the referee really trying to get Joker out of the ring. Some more LA Knight here. And now tagging in Joker. And the Phantom Cutter. Shulk forced to break it up. And now into the corner goes Ryan. Another all-out attack. And Ryan to the outside. Ryuji joining him. Ryan float over DDT. Ryuji elbowing or kneeing himself out. There's 6. Ryuji just sending Ryan into the corner, saying if you don't want this to go by countout, get in the ring yourself. Referee at 8. Ryan in the ring. I thought Ryuji was gonna ledge guard there. Ryan tagging out Shulkin. Now Ryuji tagging out Joker in. Joker moonsault from the middle rope. Still not going for a cover. Still tagging in Ryuji. Allowing Shulk enough time to recover. And here's the cover from Shulk. 1, 2. Ryuji kicks out. But at least Shulk went for a cover. But Ryuji back on the offense, going for a pin himself. There's 1. Why was that a long count? Ryuji forcing Shulk up to his feet. Knife edge chop, turning him around, up, over, choke slam, kind of. And again, tagging out Joker in. Another cutter from Joker. The wild card cutter. And the cover bringing in Ryan. Or excuse me, that was a wild card cutter. No, it was the clothesline. Earlier, there's 2, there's 3. Well, if you wanted a match with a lot of action, there you go. But don't think that I'm still not upset at you guys for not going for obvious pins, but whatever.
Here are your winners, the Phantom Joker and Ray Yuji Akamoto, the Port Foundation.
Yeah, if you genuinely didn't think that they were championship worthy, how about now? How about now? And for our next matchup, introducing first,
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Valhalla.
it is A2. And if this was a championship match instead of a non-championship match, this would probably be a sellout. Not a sellout, and you know, like this would be a sold-out crowd. Is what I was getting at. And her opponent, she is your Women's Universal Champion. She is the Flamebringer, the Special Inquisitor from Morardane, Lady Morag Ladair.
And her opponent, representing the Blade Runners from the Queen City, the Grand Prix Women's Universal Champion, Lora.
And the belt may not be on the line, but pride certainly is. And we know that both of these competitors have pride in spades. And here we go, both of them ready. Ref rings the bell. And immediately locking up, trying to gain dominant position early as Morag shoving A2 down. Kick to the stomach. Right hands. And Morag with a flying elbow. Going for a quick cover. One, only one. Now stomping down in A2. But A2 back up to her feet. Right hands, right foot of her own. Uppercut. And looking for the stomp it. Morag back up to her feet, but sent back down quickly with that spear. And now along the outside, lining up. Cross, body splash immediately into the cover. One. Morag kicks out. Wrist clutch, knee And an Irish whip diving underneath. Double leg drop kick. Head scissor elbow. And now A2 along the outside. Cross body. And along the outside yet again. Up top, elbow drop, but nobody's there to sign the package. Irish whip, double leg drop kick from Morag to the knee. Morag just grounding and pounding on A2. Stomp to the ankle. Knife edge chop. Sharpshooter applied, but A2 fighting out. Rolling that up into a cover. And now Morag with a cover. A2 on pin. Morag kicking out. Over the shoulder. And are we looking for the double knee curb stomps already? Yes, but A2 catching that knee right to the jaw, saying sit down. Over the back. And just planting Morag down. Are we looking for the Alt F4? Up over the shoulders. And the Alt F4. Cover. 1, 2, nope. And another quick pin attempt from A2, still not getting anything going. Knife edge chop, but Morag catching the kick, ends the Giri from her roundhouse to the shoulder from A2. And here's the Irish whip, single leg drop kick. And now A2 just doing push-ups as Morag recovering in the corner, but there's a running super kick. Up over the shoulders, but Morag fighting out. And this is what I was saying, if this was a championship match, it would be one for the ages. Bridging slam from Morag. There's 2. A2 kicks out. And now Morag sleeper hold. Catching A2 by surprise. Locked in tight. And almost a tap out, but A2 finding the escape just in the nick of time. And now A2 back on the offense immediately after that. Walking Morag to the northern ropes. Lining her up. And now wrist clutch. Just pulling on the arm, trying to dislocate it. And Irish whip into the corner. Middle rope, alley-oop powerbomb. Shoving her down, going for the cover. 1, 2, A2 still unable to get it done. Another close count. Drop kick right to the middle of the spine, stomps the stomach. A2 working on the knee. And now, over the shoulders. A modified Alt F4 into the cover. 1, 2, still. We still continue. One more for the road. One, 2, 3. And I have to say, it really was a damn shame that this match wasn't for the belt. Because if it was, then that match would have been one of the best title matches in the women's division history. Wow. But even though that was just an exhibition match, A2 showing that she absolutely has what it takes to genuinely fight for the belt. And Morag putting up one hell of a fight. Honestly, she was one finisher away herself from winning that. But unfortunately, coming up just a tad bit shy.
Here is your winner, A2.
And for our second tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, looking to do what their male counterparts tried to do earlier today, or managed to do earlier today, rather. Introducing first, it is Haru Okumura and Makoto Nijima. They are the Diamonds. Not a pairing you see often. Actually, when was the last time we've seen these two in the ring together? I don't remember. And their opponents. They are your women's tag team champions. It is Pyra and Mithra, the double-edged blades. And here we go. Makoto, Pyra, first in the ring. And here we go. Ref rings the bell. Makoto immediately beginning with a right hand. Snap mirror, knee to the chin. Pyra back up to her feet. Looking for the drop kick. Kind of connecting. And Makoto catching the kick. Elbow to the knee. Taking Pyra down. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Pyra kicks out. Turning that into a pin of her own. But not getting anything going. Now Irish whip. Belly to back suplex. Now snap mirror. And a knee right across the chest. Arm breaker stomp to the forehead, forcing Makoto back up to her feet. And Irish whip into the corner, looking for an early chain attack. Trebuchet into the turnbuckle, and Mithra with a belly or with a back slam. Makoto with a running big boot, forcing Mithra back up to her feet. But Mithra with a reversal and an Irish whip into a belly with a back slam. And a knee or an elbow right to the knee. And again. Just working on that, working on the side of the patella where the knee is most tender. Well, that would be the back of your knee, but you know what I mean. Crossbody, but Makoto seeing that coming from a mile away, stepping out of the way, but Mithra with a reversal right back. Forcing Koto back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner, tagging her sister back in, but no, Makoto seeing that coming, reversal. Over the shoulder. Now Makoto heading to the corner. The fans on their feet, cheering on Makoto as she makes her a unusual tag team appearance. And now Haru on the offense. Knife edge chop. The cover in the corner. Not even one. Mithra taking out, Pyra in. And Pyra with an Irish whip diving underneath. Double leg dropkick. And now just knees to the thighs. Haru to the outside, climbing back in. And elbowing out of the grapple. Kick right to the back of the head. And Haru getting Makoto back into the ring. Head scissor toss. Arm breaker and Pyro with a roll through. Neck snap or a neck breaker. Makoto to the outside, climbing back in. Trying to recover a little bit, trying to reset things. Cartwheel moonsault from Pyra. Looking for the cover. One, Haru breaks it up. Pyro up top. Spiral tap connects. And the cover. 1, 2. Makoto kicks out. Stomp to the hand, forcing Makoto back up to her feet. Kicks to the chest, tagging Mithra back in. Makoto crawling to the corner. Mithra saying stop right there. Heading up top, Makoto trying to recover. Golden spearing elbow from Mithra. And the cover, 2, 3. And unfortunately for Makoto, the fairy tale ending is not there, but still putting up one hell of an effort in a match type completely out of her forte. Just not quite used to the tag team format. Do I blame her? No, not really. Going up against Pyra and Mithra, that's just, throwing yourselves into the deep end. And unfortunately just getting caught by 2 finishers back to back.
Here are your winners.
But your winners yet again, Pyra, Mithra, the double-edged blades. And for penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, he is your men's cruiserweight champion, 9S.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from the Machine Age, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Cruiserweight Champion, Niles S.
And man, when was the last time we even seen 9S? Feels like it's been quite a while. Although I do have a really bad time, well, understanding the passage of time. But still, it feels like it's been a while. And his opponent, it is the ultimate lucky student, the ultimate hope, Nagito, Komaeda.
From Nagito, Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, with Kobayashi.
And this, unironically, should be a really good one. Yeah. Knowing these two's backstories, shall we say? Yeah, I'm expecting this one to be a barn burner. If you played Danganronpa 2, you're probably wanting to punch me right now. Anyway, Nagito, 9S lining up, getting ready, and here we go. Refereeing's bell, 9S immediately beginning with a running neck breaker. And rolling Nagito onto his stomach, onto his back again, and a flying fist downward. "9S" to ground and pound. Trapping the arm. Stomping down on the knee. Nagito back up to his feet, now locking up. Collar and elbow, trying to gain top position. Nagito slipping to the back. Nagito rolling through, going for the cover. 9S kicks out before the referee could even begin the count. And Nagito, Irish whip, jumping over, diving underneath, and a drop kick to the chest. Moonsault. And Nagito with an arm breaker, stomping down on the hand, knee to the spine, and completely turning this match around early. Trying to get 9S back up to his feet. Top rope crossbody. Into the cover. There's a one. 9S kicks out. Easily. Knee right to the throat. And a moonsault. Another moonsault. Nines crawling back up to his feet. Nagito setting him up top. Chicken wing. Avalanche chicken wing neck breaker. Nagito the cross-body splash into the cover. 1, 2. 9S kicks out still. And Nagito turning him around. Are we already looking for the stomp? Yes, we are, but 9S seeing that coming. Turning that into an RKO. And now a high ankle hold. Locking in a leg lock now. And Nagito desperately escaping. There's 1, 2. 9S still kicking out. Nines sending Nagito out onto the apron. Right hand. And now looking for the apron DDT, or the apron reverse DDT. Nines back to the outside. Looking for a finisher along the outside. Super kick. And face first into the thin padding along the outside. But Nagito continuing to fight back. Up, over, down, catching the back of the head. But 9S quickly back up to his feet. Nagito saying, stay down. Referee already at 6. I don't think either man really know nor care. There's 7 trying to get back into the ring. There's 8. And both men racing back to the ring. Small package driver. And are we looking for one more stomp here? Will this one connect? Nagito with a running stomp. Going for the cover. 2, 3. And when one stomp won't do it, why not another?
Here is your winner,
And Nagito putting the current champion in his place, and that place is under his boot. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, he is one half of your men's tag team champions. It is the Zekinator himself, the bringer of chaos, the hero of justice. It is Zeke Von Genbu.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Disciples of Darkness from your darkest fears, weighing in at 277 pounds, one half of the Grand Prix Men Tag Team Champions, Zekinator.
And his opponent? It is the final boss of the men's Universal Division. It is Matt. And looking at the past schedule, is this his first time under the lights? Is this his first main event of the year? That doesn't feel right, but I'm not seeing any other. And here we go, both men ready, refereeing's bell. Matt immediately looking for the flying elbow, but Zeke stepping out of the way and now locking each other up, collar and elbow, trying to gain position. Zeke throwing Matt down, and a kick right to the thigh, chopping down the tree. And now Zeke along the outside. Top rope, slingshot, double A dropkick. Matt along the outside, Zeke staring him down. Right hand. And Matt with a neck breaker suplex. Zeke along the outside, climbing back in. Matt just staring him down. And now locking each other up yet again. And now Zeke with a wrist clutch, holding Matt in place. Matt with an Irish whip, diving underneath, and a belly-to-belly slam. Now Matt scrambling for the cover. One. And now Matt with an arm drag. Locking in an ankle lock, but Zeke immediately kicking out. Matt with a ground and pound. Flying crossbody, but nobody's home, and now Zeke going for the cover after that mistake. Only going to be one. And now Zeke, middle rope. Staring down Matt, flying double A dropkick. Zeke walking Matt to the northeast. But Matt with a right hand. And now trapping Zeke in the corner. Stomp to the thigh. or to the calf. Matt with a right hand. And again sending Zeke tumbling down to the mat. And Matt with a flying cross. What an unfortunate way to land. Oh my god. Getting a face full of ass. And now Matt with the Superman punch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to recover after that. And now in the corner, winding up for the fastball punch. Here we go. The wind up and the pitch. That's a strike. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Z kicks out. That was not as funny as it should have been. Oh man, Matt with a kick right to the spine. Stomping down on the knee. Kick to the lower back and the cover. 1, 2. Zeke kicks out. And now Matt, don't know if he's questioning his life choices or if he's just trying to recover. Zeke with a clothesline. Back body drop. And a back slam. Matt, flying crossbody headbutt. Zeke to the outside, Matt joining him. Zeke just being sent into the corner, and Matt scrambling up top. Flying moonsault senton, but nobody's there. And now Zeke with a powerbomb, continuing to work on that. What's sure to be already just aching back. And now Zeke up top. Matt back into the ring. And now Zeke. Are we looking for the avalanche attitude adjuster? No. Matt kicking himself off the apron, but there's a choke slam. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. I love how that mistake was a highlight. And the the move to put it away. As soon as Matt thought that he had it, running right into that choke slam that put him down for the 3-second tan. And usually this is where I would be, you know, like, thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you next time and all that, but not tonight because we're not quite done. Because up next we have Kasumi Yoshizawa making an announcement. And here comes your winner of the Elimination Chamber just a few weeks ago, your #1 seed for the Queen of the Ring tournament, Kasumi Yoshizawa, here to make an announcement. And it sounds like she's announcing her her opponent for the tournament. And it sounds like she's picking Fiora. Interesting. So the first round is going to be Kasumi Yoshizawa versus Fiora. Originally was going to go after Sophie, but since she's still champion, she's ineligible, so I guess Kasumi versus Fiora at the end, or at the tournament? That's gonna be an interesting one. But with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse as we continue to get ready for our King and Queen of the tournament our King and Queen of the Ring tournament in just a few weeks' time. It's still weird to me that we're approaching week 100 of this. How time absolutely flies. But until then, we are signing out from Thunder Bay, Ontario. See ya.